Welcome back, children. We are in the last topic of nationalism in India, and the last topic is the sense of collective belonging or the role of culture. In Europe also we have discussed about the role of culture. So here in India we are discussing about the role of culture in uniting people and in developing a sense of nationalism. So when we will discuss about the role of culture, we specifically will focus on four topics, and the four topics will be images, folklore, flag and reinterpretation of history. How through images, folk tales, folklores, through flag and through rewriting of history, a sense of nationalism, a sense of unity, a sense of togetherness developed among the Indian people. So let us start with the role of images. So it was in 20th century the people of India started associating the nation with allegory. As you have discussed in Europe, the allegorical form of the nations like Germania and Marian. Likewise in India, for the first time, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, so he referred the motherland as Bharat Mata. So it was in 20th century, Bankim Chandra referred the nation of India as Bharat Mata. And in 1870s, he came up with a hymn that was Vande Mataram, which was very widely sung among the patriotics and among the nationalists. Later, this hymn Vande Mataram was incorporated in his novel, Anand Math. So that was how, for the first time, the image of Bharat Mata was created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Abanindranath Tagore, he painted the first image of Bharat Mata. The first image of Bharat Mata was created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, and the first image was painted by Abanindranath Tagore. How was she painted? She was painted as an ascetic figure. Ascetic matlab sannyasini. She was painted as a very calm, devotional, spiritual and composed figure. So how Abanindranath Tagore painted the first image of Bharat Mata? She was painted as calm, composed, spiritual and devotional figure. Later, the attribute of Bharat Mata changed over time. Later there is reference of one figure where she was shown holding a trishul and standing beside two powerful animals. They were lion and elephant, the symbols of power and authority. So this is how. Now the second one was folklore. As in Europe, Grimm brothers and then John Gottfried Herder, they focus on common people and the folklores. So in India also, a folk movement started to develop a spirit of nationalism, to develop a pride in the past. So the writers, the historians, they collected stories related to heroism, collected stories to bravery, and they wrote in the form of poems, in the form of rhymes, in the form of folk tales, in the form of folklores. And specifically in Bengal, it was Rabindranath Tagore who developed a spirit of nationalism by leading the folk movement. In Madras, it was Natesa Sastri who wrote the folklore of southern India, and this is how he revived the folk movement in southern India. And through this folk tales, the people of India, they were united, and the writers, they tried to unite the people of India. They tried to assemble the culture of India, and they just tried to present the rich cultural heritage of India. Now the third one is flag. Flag symbolizes the national power and strength. So whenever Indians, they were upholding the Indian flag and marching ahead protesting against British rule, it was developing a spirit of nationalism. So we will discuss about design of two flags here. The first flag was Swadeshi flag, which was designed during Swadeshi movement in Bengal. When partition of Bengal took place in 1905, Swadeshi movement started there, and during this period this flag was used, having three colors, red, green and yellow, and in the center there were 8 provinces, 8 lotus representing 8 provinces. There was a crescent moon, and that crescent moon was showing Hindu-Muslim unity. So that was how a flag called Swadeshi flag was developed in 1905. Another flag was designed by Mahatma Gandhi, and this flag came to be known as Swaraj flag. This was specifically during the Swaraj movement in India, when Swaraj party was formed, and this flag was designed. So the next flag we are going to discuss about is the flag designed by Gandhiji, which came to be known as Swaraj flag. It had also 3 colors. It was also tricolor, red, green, but yellow was replaced by white, and it was having a spinning wheel in the center, and this was representing Gandhian idea of self-help. So whenever the people of India, they were holding the flag high, they were developing a spirit of nationalism. Now the last symbol of culture we are going to discuss about. Now the last topic in role of culture we are going to discuss about is reinterpretation of history. It means rewriting of history. History always have played a very important role in developing a spirit of nationalism. Whenever you see the past, the glorious past, so you feel proud that you belong to a civilization which is such glorious. Whenever we see any such incidents of past, which were the points of weakness, and from there also we learn alert that you are not going to commit those mistakes. So here, when the modern history was written down for the first time, the Britishers wrote Indian history. The British historians represented Indians as primitive, backward and incapable of ruling themselves. But when the Indian historians started writing about India, they represented the glorious aspects of Indian history. They wrote about art, architecture, religion, culture. They wrote about astronomy of India. They wrote about the mathematical contribution of India. They wrote about the great scientist and the astronomer like Aryabhatta. They wrote about contribution of India in field of trade and commerce. They wrote about development of education in India. How that universities like Nalanda and Taxila were there. They were great centers of education which attracted foreigners and to study in India. And you have heard about the examples of Faiyum and Huansa. Specifically, these 2 travelers, 2 pilgrims from China who came to India, who stayed in India, who studied in the universities of Nalanda, who traveled throughout India and gathered information about India. So this is how Indian historians represented the glory of India through their writings. So they wrote that whatever miseries Indians are facing today, that was because of the British rule. So Indians had to fight against Britishers to bring back their lost glory. So this is how culture played a very important role in developing a sense of nationalism. This is how we completed the chapter Nationalism in India. Stay tuned.